Welcome to another video of Dead by Chess Merchant. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Scourge Merchant as always, using a really interesting build with Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. Whenever you hook a survivor in a Scourge Hook, the first time that survivor is hooked in a Scourge Hook, the generator with the most progress will automatically lose 1% and will consume 1 token. We have 4 tokens. Scourge Hook Gift of Pain. When a survivor is on a Scourge Hook and they get unhooked, they become hemorrhaged and mangled, and then the first time the survivor is healed, they have a 16% speed penalty to repairing generators and also healing until injured again. Scourge Hook Hangman's Trick. Whenever you gain, whenever a Scourge Hook is being sabotaged, you gain a notification. And whenever a survivor is near a Scourge Hook and you're carrying another survivor, you can see the aura of those survivors as long as 10 minutes near the Scourge Hook. And this is the perk we'll be showcasing in this video. And lastly, we have Scourge Hook Monster Shrine, where first thing, all the basement hooks are now Scourge Hooks, and if a survivor is, if the survivor is on a Scourge Hook and I am 24 minutes away from the hook, then they automatically will die faster on the hook. We're using a really interesting iridescent add-on that the Scourge Merchant has called Expired Batteries, where every survivor sets up a claw trap, but these only have 40% of the normal battery life. And we have brown noise generators, so we can make everyone oblivious when there's a drawn radius. Without further ado, let's get to the game so I can show you how great Scourge Hook Hangman's Trick is. Okay, we're playing on the Disturbed Ward, one of my favorite maps. Actually, this map is really weird because I don't hate this map and I haven't really had any problems with it, if I'm being honest. So the only problem with the map is the fact that there aren't really that many. There's one really good drone location that I'll show y'all, and it's actually in the main building. If you can put a drone in the main building, you can basically cover the entire building. But we're going to use expired batteries real quick because it's about to go away in like 4 seconds. And there it is. Expired batteries does not last very long, but basically what expired batteries does is expired batteries let you be able to see every single survivor using the claw traps. And because of that reason, we have the ability to basically see where the survivors go, and we can easily kill them. Now, I was bad right there. I should have waited, honestly, and I should have waited for him to get exposed and downed him. That way I wouldn't have to chase him right here. But because of expired batteries, I know that the survivors are on this gen, so I have a good memory. I can remember exactly where they were, and no survivor is going to stop working on a generator. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to hit someone for free. And then we're going to go back and we're going to kick this gen, because I know the survivor is going to try and go back. I don't even know what Nicolas Cage is doing, but I realize this time I'm not going to fail. You will get exposed and I will kill you. So he's exposed and oblivious. There's nowhere I'm coming from. But he's going to sit on the pallet because he realized the only option he really had was to sit and wait for the pallet. I was hoping he would vault it immediately, but instead he continues running this way for some weird reason. So I'm going to easily get 8 down, and he's dead. But we have to kick this gen because I realized this gen is really annoying. Also, one perk I'm thinking about using in my build, clearly, I didn't want to use it because I feel like everyone uses it. I'll use my drones, I can see exactly where people are, so I'm near the main building. But as a perk Eruption, I've been seeing a lot of survivor and killers use the perk Eruption because Eruption is a good perk. But I noticed that on Scourge Merchant I didn't want to use it because even though I do kick gens on Scourge Merchant, most of the time I don't go out of my way to just kick a gen. Like I just kick a gen because it's the best option. This guy points at me, and then I'm like, okay, but I don't know why he points at me because he dies. So I'm a little confused. Survivors are weird, but we're getting a lot of Scourge Hook value because we have, we don't get any Scourge Hook value because there's no Scourge Hooks near us. And then of course we get really unlucky, and the Scourge Hooks that are near us are like so far away. It's kind of upsetting. Now, one thing about Scourge Hook Pain Resonance or Scourge Hook builds in general, every single Scourge Hook perk besides Hangman's Trick is actually good. Hangman's Trick is not that good, but I'm going to use it in this video and I can show y'all some really cool synergies and some cool things that do happen. This person is still on this generator, knowing I'm Scourge Merchant. I'm going to get them off the gen. I'm hoping he goes towards the pallet, and he does, but then he decides to be smart and not, go straight towards the pallet and get exposed, so he's going to go over here. But this person's going to get unhooked, and we have a lot of pressure right now. We only hooked 3 people, but it's the fact that we hooked 3 people, and, 3 people or 2 people, I can't remember. It says we hooked 3 people. I don't remember hooking 3 people, that's weird, but whatever. So, like I said before, there's no Scourge Hooks anywhere, so we have to hook them somewhere close. And then the one Scourge Hook that's actually kind of close is on the complete opposite direction of the map. That's why I don't like Scourge Hook builds most of the time, because you get really unlucky. Pain Resonance is almost always good because you only need 1 Scourge Hook. But the fact that Scourge Hook, Hitman's Trick wants you to be able to, what's it called? Once survivors wants to be 10 meters near the hook, that's really good. The only problem is one really glaring issue. A lot of times, the survivors aren't going to be 10 meters near the Scourge Hook, and the Scourge are not going to be near things. Now, there's been many times where a hook is right next to a generator, so every time I pick up a survivor, I know who that person is. So let's be honest. How many times is a hook always near a generator? And how many times is that hook going to be a Scourge Hook? The answer is 2%. So because of that reason, you can't really use it like that. You have to, like, try to get lucky. Now, sadly, they complete the generator in front of me, but it's fine because I have the ability to down Nicolas Cage now, because everyone's using Nicolas Cage. I love it. But I'm going to hit this person, like always, and we're going to chase them. But the main point of this build, like I said, is to use the Scourge Hooks. And you know, one of my favorite perks is Scourge Hook, Gift of Pain. I don't know why, I just like this perk a lot. I feel like it's really interesting, because it's one of those gen regret or gen slowdown perks that's not really 100% a gen slowdown perk, if that makes any sense. Basically, it's not like a perk where it purposely slows down gens and that's all it's supposed to do. It's like, it mangles them and hemorrhages them so they heal slower. They heal slower, and then they don't heal, it goes, their healing goes down. And then it's like, okay, you finally heal because you don't want to be injured against any killer. That's bad. So now you're finally healed. Okay, and then you just automatically do generator 16% slower. Like, it's just so good. He involved his pallet, but he had a claw trap on him, so it's gonna break. Thankfully, he cannot loot me here. He's gonna die. And then he's gonna go towards his generator and try to complete it, but I'm not gonna let that happen. So I'm gonna go after him again. And I miss, and then I grab him. And the generator probably at 98%. Like, he is trying his hardest to get that gen done. And there's a reason why I said I should probably go, I should probably use Eruption. And that, now I understand. I believe that was the person we hooked him one time, and then he got the stage 2. I don't know if it's because of Monster Shrine. I'm gonna assume it's because Scourge took Monster Shrine being good for once. But either way, he got to what's it called? He got to the second stage, and then he died really fast. I don't remember hooking him twice, honestly. But we have like a lot of hooks already. And then right here, I tried to like find Nicolas Cage, because you look on the ground and there's Nicolas Cage just down, so you can use that perk. But I pick him up, and I see his aura immediately, because I know there's 3 Scourges right next to each other. But it's so dumb. I hate when that happens. Like, what? It'd be different if the Scourges were next to each other, but the Scourges were like on a certain, like, kind of close to each other in a good spot of the map, but they're in the right part of the map near nothing. Like, it's just annoying. But anyway, they completed the generator, but 2 people were dead because he decided to stay on the ground, and he thought I wasn't going to see him, but luckily for me, I found him before he could do anything. But like usual, I'm just going to continue I'm going to continue putting more drones and protect every single generator, because at this point we already won the game. Like, there's 3 gens left they have to complete, and it's only 2 people. Because, like I said, I don't know if it was Monster Shrine or I ended up hooking the same people. I don't know, but either way, Monster Shrine plus Scourge Hook are just really good, apparently. Who would have thought? But this person's going to go right in front of me and vault this pallet for some reason. So I'm hoping that he used dramaturgy and that he got exposed. But no, instead I thought he was dropping his item so he could just like trade. Like, you know what? I lost. I'm gonna trade my item. Just kill me. But no, he actually was just picking up an item, I guess, randomly that he found. So I'm gonna vault this window so I can try and mind game. But sadly, there's not really much I can do about that. I'm gonna have to chase him. But luckily, there's nothing over here but this pallet, and I can pretty sure I can mind game this pallet. But instead I swing, because I'm like, yeah, he's not going to drop it immediately, right? And then he does. And now I look, and I realize that one person is dead on hook. No, one person is almost being exposed, and the other person's injured. I sat in that corner so I could try and get untouchable. But sadly, it didn't work out as planned. This person's going to go over there, and they're going to vault that window, I believe, or they're going to drop this pallet. They're going to go over here and do something. I don't know if they're healing. I don't know if they're in a locker. I just know I saw someone go over here. I got a notification. I knew he was gonna drop that pallet, so I'm gonna wait for him to vault that. And then instead, he just slow vaults it for some reason. But whatever. Then, like usual, I'm gonna activate the main building drone, which will cover the entire main building if I place it in the right spot. But I didn't place it in the right spot. I am mad. I was nowhere near the pallet. I was near it, but I wasn't near it. I thought I was on the side of it, and the game was like, "You're not." So he's gonna get exposed almost, but he's oblivious right now. He's knowing where I'm coming from. So I'm gonna try and chase him. But I have no idea where he went because I don't have advanced movement prediction. That's why I love advanced movement prediction a lot, actually. If you watch my tier list video from Score Merchant, you'll know that I really like advanced movement prediction. I like geographical readout, and I like expired batteries. They're really good perks. I mean, really good add-ons. But of course, the best perk is that. I mean, the best add-on is definitely Brown Noise. This add-on is amazing. After searching for eons, I finally found Nicolas Cage, and he is in the middle of nowhere. But it's fine because I know this pallet's so down, so I have the ability to down him when he tries to vault it. And then the other Nicolas Cage has a claw trap on him, so we can easily find him. And this game will be over in like 4 seconds. Now, like I said, this is the first game. I have 2. I didn't say actually this, but we have 2 games to show y'all today because I actually wanted to show more than one game of Scourge, Pain Res. I mean, not Scourge, Pain Res. Scourge, Hangman's Trick. Do I think Scourge with Hangman's Trick is an amazing perk? No. I actually think they kind of made it worse. Because I believe before what Scourge used to do, I mean what the perk used to do was, it used to say if a survivor were to sabotage a hook, or if a hook were to break because the entity, the hook will come back, I believe after 30 seconds, which is really good, or maybe 10 seconds, it's 1 to 2. That's what it used to do. Now even though that sounds like actually terrible, because why would you waste a whole perk slot just on that? It's the fact that it did that, and the fact that it did really well. Now you're trying to find his last survivor, but I'm not going to find him probably because I noticed that my luck with the hatch is awful, and look what happens. We lose the hatch. But it's fine, got another game to show y'all, so let's get to that game while I continue this conversation. Okay, playing on Mount Ormond Resort. I hate this map, but it's fine because even though I hate this map, as long as I have a good enough beginning, it won't be that bad. And because of expired batteries, I can look and see where everyone is, and of course we spawn completely the opposite direction of all the survivors, and we have to try and find them. But before I can even reach them, I know the expired batteries is about to go away in 4 seconds. And there it is. Literally gone already. This add-on does not last that long, but it's the fact that it lasts long enough to where I can actually see who the survivors are. It's a really weird iridescent add-on. But anyway, because of that reason, we're going to be able to find this person. Now I'm going to try and put this drone up here so I can make her exposed because she's trying to loop it. But a smart survivor will automatically go away from the loop. There's a pallet right here. There's no way I'm going to be able to hit her before she can drop this pallet. So he drops it. I'm going to try. I was going to break it and continue chasing her, but then I realized if I chase her, I'm going to end up losing because I'm going to have to deal with all these survivors. But because he's the first person I found, I'm going to put a drone on this generator and continue chasing her anyway, knowing there's 2 people at the shack, but I don't really care about the shack generator being completed because I can't protect that gen. It's too far away anyway. I'm not going to try. So I'm going to instead just break this wall, and that wall is gone. That gen gets done as planned. I'm not surprised. Even if I protect that gen, I might have to chase him in the shack, and I'd rather not even deal with that, so I decided to ignore that. I'm going to drone right here so I can protect this area. But for some reason, everyone's screaming because of dramaturgy. I love it. Not dramaturgy, what it's called. And I'm going to hit this girl like where she went, but I got lost. I'm like, huh? And then she's going to go towards this really unsafe pallet. But I'm not going to swing because I realize if I swing through it, I'm going to get stunned. She's going to go through this window, but she does not go through the window. Instead, she goes towards the pallet again. Like, why are you trying to mind game this awful pallet? There's no way that you can mind game this pallet for a long time. You can't vault this window without getting hit. And then she goes outside for some reason. And I want to chase her, but at the same time, I feel like if I chase her, I'm going to end up dying. I mean, not dying. I'm going to end up losing because I'm going to lose progress. And I'm going to really have bad pressure. But I continue chasing the survivor. Now, this survivor, I can't beat her. The window on this map on the top floor is insanely strong. There's no way I can beat that. So I decided to just go back towards this girl. But here we go. Like I talked about the shack. The shack is really annoying, and I'm not going to be able to down her probably because of how shack works. But luckily for me, that hit to the wall. Luckily for me, she slow vaults for some reason. So as a result, able to actually down her. So now we're going to hook her. And lo and behold, guess what? The basement's right here. And we have Scourge hook. Monster Shrine, which no one ever uses. So we're gonna hook her on the farthest hook. And now Scourge hook, Monster Shrine is gonna activate, and also all my Scourge hook perks are going to do their thing. And as a result, we have the ability to basically make the generator the most progress, lose progress, and she will hopefully die faster on the hook, and we can kill someone. But like I was saying, Scourge hook, Hangman's trick, what it used to do was, it used to make it so that way if a survivor were to sabotage a hook, or if the entity were to destroy a hook for someone being sacrificed, that hook will come back in 10 seconds. And also you got a notification whenever someone sabotages a hook. Now, even though, like I said, that's not really worth using, that was actually really good. The fact that a hook comes back in 10 seconds whenever a hook is completed, or whenever a sacrifice is completed, or whenever a survivor breaks a hook and it just comes back in 10 seconds, is so good, because basically it makes sabotaging hooks useless. Like, there's no point in even trying to sabotage a hook. It's going to come back anyway, unless you sabotage at the right time. But because of this reason, it was, like I said, a good enough reason to use it. So they changed it. They got rid of the hook comes back part, which is dumb. Yeah, in my opinion, that was the whole point of the thing. I would want that. And instead they gave it the ability to whenever you pick up a survivor, you can see the aura of all survivors. I think there are 24 meters near a hook. But not near Scourge hooks, near any hook. And they realized that's too strong, and they nerfed it to 4 meters, I believe. And I'm like, what's the point in nerfing this perk? Like, this perk's already trash. And the only reason why I found it weird is because it wasn't like, I believe when they changed this, Lethal Pursuer was not a perk yet. But it wasn't like, oh, it did that and you could continuously see the aura of the person, of the survivors. No, what it did was, it was like only when you picked up a survivor did you see the auras. So if I pick up a survivor and then I finally see the auras, that would mean that once I put the survivor on the hook, I no longer see the aura. I have a mind, I have a, like, you know, a brain. I can tell, in the theory, I can see where the survivors were, so I know they're probably still in that general place. But the problem is, even then I feel like it wasn't even that strong. But the reason why they probably nerfed it though is because 24 meters from every hook is almost always 24 meters from each other. So basically it's like you pick up a survivor and you can see the aura of every single survivor on the entire map. That's basically what the perk did, and that's really strong. Because sometimes you could just pick up a survivor and then drop the survivor and then have a good idea where to go next because of how strong the aura was. So they nerfed it to 4. Then they changed it again and they buffed it with Scourge hook, Hangman's trick, and now it's like a 10 meter range, but it's only near Scourge hook, so basically that's nothing. But I want to use it in this video so I can get it some use. Like literally, you can use this build I'm using right now and just get rid of the Scourge hook. Just get rid of the Scourge hook, Hangman's trick, and basically the same build will exist. You just won't have Scourge hook. You won't have the Scourge hook. But other than that, it is a decent perk. I don't think it's bad or anything. I just feel like if they're gonna make this perk, they should have done what they did, and then they also should have done anytime a Scourge hook is yeah, they should have done something like this. Every time you hook a survivor on a Scourge hook, and the Scourge hook breaks too, the Scourge hook will come back after 10 seconds. Like that's what they should do also. Then I feel like it would be pretty useful. You just keep hooking survivors on Scourge hooks. I don't know. I feel like that would be really useful. But instead they just chose to do it like this for some weird reason. I don't want like this change. I don't think it's bad or anything, but I don't think it's gonna make me want to use the perk any more than I already was using it, and I wasn't using it. So it's like, it doesn't, well, the change doesn't do anything. But let's talk about the game. I've been talking about this perk, even though that's the whole point of these videos, so we can discuss the perks. I do have a few changes maybe, but like I don't really know how to change the perk honestly to make it better. It's just the perk itself is bad design, and they probably should like just change it like a little better, maybe like 16 meters from a Scourge hook, and then once you hook a survivor, yeah, how about it's like you put it, you can see the aura of every survivor that's 12 meters from a Scourge hook. Once you hook a survivor in a Scourge hook, you can see the aura of any survivor near a hook that's 24 meters or 12 meters near any hook. That would be really good. I feel like that's like kind of a cool change. It's niche, but it's good. I like it. I'm gonna hit this Nicolas Cage though, and he's gonna get exposed to my drone. He's oblivious. He's not gonna be able to make this pallet. But because I thought he was gonna make the pallet, because I thought he was gonna try and vault anyway, I just swung and I ended up missing. I missed a lot in this game, by the way. I realized that, but oh well. I don't really care about missing as long as I'm a miss and the game is a complete loss. It doesn't really matter. But we keep hooking people on Scourge hooks. That was how we're gonna win this game, honestly. We're gonna keep activating Scourge hook pain resonance so they can't do gens. We're gonna keep activating Scourge hook Gift of Pain, and they're gonna be able to they're gonna be Mango Hemorrhage and then Drew Generator slower. So long story short, we're gonna win in the late game. What's the whole point of my Scourge Merchant? My Scourge Merchant excels at the early. Oh, not excels. My Scourge Merchant does really well in the beginning of the game, so that way near the end I win. And that's basically how it works. I like that a lot. So this person's gonna go and get rid of my drone, which is fine by me. I look and there's someone exposed on the left side, but I don't really care because I'm not gonna be able to find them. But I'm glad that this girl, I'm pretty sure it's balance landing, which she does not actually, but I'm gonna go over this way and try and get her. But these loops are stupid, and my drone can really easily protect. Oh, not protect, but it can really easily what's it called? Like not locate, but the entire loop will be droned, and they can't go on this loop anymore because of the fact that it's going to definitely what's it called? It's definitely going to just be unloopable. It's gonna be exposed. But I chose not to put a drone there because I knew that she would go away from the loop, which is funny. But this girl's gonna ball the pallet, and because of that reason, the Claw Trap's gonna be like, haha, no, and it's gonna break the pallet. Now we have a actually really weird 3-gen. We have a, well, not really a 3-gen, it's more like we have a line, and then we have 1 gen across the entire map, which I gotta put a drone on. I don't think that drone is actually close enough to that generator. So I'm gonna probably have to go back and move that, but for now, we're gonna keep it the way it is, and we're gonna pretend like it's fine. So I'm not gonna put a pallet though, because I realized that pallet's really unsafe, and I can use it to my advantage. And I'm gonna go over here, and they got rid of my drones. I know someone's over here, but this guy is going to scream, and I was hoping he would get the exposed one, but he didn't get the exposed one. That sucks for me. And he didn't know what that perk does. He screamed, and he can see my aura for about 4 seconds, I believe. Or maybe it's the one where he's no, I think that. That's what I was talking about right there. Where I said it in my streams. I do live stream, by the way, on this channel sometimes. But I said that if a survivor has a Claw Trap on them, or we're using the perk Desolation, you can just swing when someone vaults a pallet, and it will automatically hit them after they vault the pallet, because the animation of them being on the other side will stay for a second. Even if they have live, you'll still hit them, because it does take a few seconds, or it takes a second for the live to activate. So because of that reason, you will basically get a free hit automatically as long as you do it correctly. I'm gonna hit this girl before she can drop this pallet on me, which is good for me. So now I'm stunned, but oh well, I got the hit. And now I know that someone's gonna probably try and go towards Scourge Hook. This game we had really good Scourge Hook like map balance. The Scourge Hooks were actually in pretty good spots. As a result, we had the ability to hook them and then keep hooking them on Scourge Hooks and reactivating, not reactivating, but putting Gift of Pain on them, and also making it so that way we also have the ability to activate our Pain Resonance. But this girl's dead, and also you need to realize every time we hook this person on Scourge Hook, Monster Shrine's gonna also make it so that way we what's it called? Make it so also that they die faster, which is really good. As long as we're not near the hook, they will die faster. So I realized that someone's over here because my radar is telling me that someone's here. So I'm gonna put a drone up and then continue running. This pallet is dropped. She's not gonna go over the pallet because she knows it will break. But then she has other options, so you can probably go after it. And then right there, like I said, literally swing is gonna break and you're gonna hit them. And I'm almost certain live won't fix that. I could be wrong, but it might. I don't know. But either way, there's not much the survivors can do about that, which is really funny. All they can really do is just not vault the pallet, but if they don't vault the pallet, they die, so they have to do something. And I love that. I just learned about that like just recently. But this Nicolas Cage is going to be inside my drone radius. I'm going to try and get rid of this drone and re-expose him. And luckily for me, he decides to loop this pallet. No one's gonna get exposed. So now all I have to do is just wait for him to mess up, and then I can get a free down. But I'm not gonna be able to down him really easily. I was like, I'm just gonna swing. Like, you're in my way. Die. And notice how in the beginning of this game we were doing so badly, but now that we're near the end, I feel like we're doing amazing. And that's normally how my games go. Like, we lost the regen. Look, well, I let them have the gen inside of the shack. I was not doing with that. Like, there's no reason for me to go and protect that gen. That gen is too far away, and it's in the shack. The shack is really annoying, and I cannot. As a Scourge Merchant player, it's gonna be kind of hard to beat someone at the shack, knowing the shack is the shack. We all know how that loop is. That pallet is really strong, and that building is really good. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to deal with that. So I'm not going to deal with it. This girl's gonna get a little speed boost, which sucks for me. But luckily, I'm going to be able to hit her, if I can actually, you know, aim, but I suck. Now there's a chance she might have the exposed effect on her, but sadly she does not. But it don't really matter that much. I like Nicholas Cage's perk. I believe one of them you scream, I think you move a little faster, and then 1 of 4 things happen, and I love it. One of them is you go knees high and you get 100% or 200% speed bonus. Is something you get for like 2 seconds, but it's funny. Either way, he has some really funny perks. I like him a lot. But he's a really cool character, and his perks are really interesting. But it's not gonna save them from my, you know, Scourge merchant. And also, at the time of recording this video and getting it out for y'all, the new Alien, not trailer, but a new Alien has been. That's a new killer coming out, the Alien, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not looking forward to the perks, and hopefully these perks are really good. / synergize well with Scourge merchant. That's the plan. If they do synergize well with Scourge merchant, you know I'm gonna be using them. If they don't, then I'll be sad. Like the latest killer, the Singularity, his perks are not bad actually, but they just don't really work that well with Scourge merchant besides machine learning. But I don't count machine learning because machine learning is kind of hard to use, so that's the reason why I don't use that one. But I do like these perks that have been coming out so far. I like the buffs and changes. Like I love the new charge torment buff. I really like those changes, but I need to do, of course, I'm going to show y'all more videos using the other newly buffed perks as well. The next one's going to be, of course, Kutagura. Kutagura is a funny perk, and I actually had a lot of fun using it, but that will be for the next video when y'all see that. But let's go try and find these survivors so we can finally end this game. Okay, after searching for a while, we finally found Nicholas Cage. I don't even think we hooked this person 1 time, because I know the girl is dead on hook. And then he gets a little speed buff because he does his little knees high thing. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to get a hit. Then I look and I see that Kate is not Kate. That's Michaelia. Michaelia is gonna have a not a hook on her. What's it called? It's going to have a claw trap. Nicholas Cage is not going to be able to drop that pallet in time. There's no way. So we're going to be able to hook him, and because the basement is right here, you know where he is going. Not the basement, because that is too far, and he could have that one per power stroke, and I'm not trying to deal with that. So I'm going to hook him with a close hook and get him out this game. That was the first time I hooked him, as I thought. But the good thing is, because of Scourge hook, Monster Shrine, he's going to die faster on the Scourge hook. And now all I have to do is find this girl who's on the other side of the map, and there's no way she's going to be able to go rescue him. And she goes knees high and moves faster, but it doesn't really matter. But the only problem is the claw trap does go off of her body, so now I have to deal with the fact that she no longer has a claw trap on her. Now I'm going to see if she's going to sit inside the drone radius and get exposed. But she is a smart one, and she realizes that dying is not an option. And then she gives up, because she's like, you know what, I can't win against Scourge merchant, I lose. And I'm like, yes, you always lose. Y'all are bad, not bad, but y'all lose, because my Scourge merchant is a merchant. So I'm going to hook her on the Scourge hook. You know, the best way to end the game is to hook a survivor on a Scourge hook, knowing I have a Scourge hook built. But she's going to get hooked, and she's going to die. And everyone is dead, because that's how I win with Scourge merchant. We kill every single person on the entire game, and there's no way they can win. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I know it was only 2 games, but I could do more games. But I like just doing 1 or 2 games sometimes when I showcase builds, so you actually can get a good representation of why the build is actually good. Also, I like long videos, because why not? Get y'all something to watch. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And share the video with one you know. You know I love reading y'all's comments, so make sure you comment. You can tell I did really well because I got all the iridescent, what's it called, emblems. I love when that happens. And hopefully I get to rank 1 soon so I can die to really annoying survivors. But I'll see you all in the next video. Have a nice day.